Never left him.
That'll be the co-feature. But here's the main event.
Looking like a rock star, looking like a Mexican superstar, which he is a celebrity in Mexico.
He is a big-time celebrity. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. He knows he has haters. He knows there's people who love him.
And he's got doubters.
And he has a lot of doubters. When you're born with that silver spoon and you land on third base, and there's going to be people criticizing you your entire career. Read somewhere that don't know how true this is, but for Chavez's first fight as a pro, he was given $25,000. Canelo's first fight as a pro, roughly $40.
Yeah, and that's something that Canelo has talked a lot about, and that's motivation for him coming into this fight. He believes that because of that famous last name, he's basically had the red carpet for his entire career. And I think Canelo and Chavez Jr.'s doubters do have some points there, but at the end of the day, he was the first Mexican fighter to win.
Yes, he was.
A major middleweight championship belt. He did that, and he didn't have an extensive amateur career. He started boxing kind of late.
Well, you didn't hear about him as an amateur at all, right?
No, he really didn't have a career.
He was just in the ring with his dad.
Right. You know, he did some exhibitions and stuff like that, maybe a few amateur bouts, but he's come a long way. And no, he hasn't always trained the way a professional should train. He hasn't always given 100%. But even at 70%, he's gone out there and he's beaten legitimate middleweight contenders like Marco Antonio Rubio. He's beaten tough fringe contenders like Peter Manfredo Jr. and Brian Vera. And as we've noted earlier in this stream, he beat a legit top 10, top 5 middleweight in Andy Lee, who went on to win a major middleweight title himself. So when his mind is right and he gives his all in training, even if he doesn't give his all in training, if he just gives 75%, he is formidable in that ring.
A lot of questions on how he would look with the weight they agreed to. He's walking into the song Un fin de semana aquí en Culiacán, a weekend in Culiacán. That's where he's from. Culiacán,
That's
Sinaloa, Mexico. It's a party song, Doug. I don't want to translate it for you.
Well,
but it's not. We're not on a hammock here. It's basically we're getting down right now. This is what Julio's intending.
Okay, right now with us, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Where are the Chavez Jr. fans in the house tonight? Let's hear you guys make some noise. All right, Julio, to start, what do you want to say to everybody that came out here today? ¿Qué le quieres decir a todos que están aquí hoy?
No, gracias a toda la gente por acompañarnos. Estamos muy contentos de que sea ya la semana de la pelea y el sábado estamos listos para darles una gran pelea y ganar.
He said thanks to everybody for being out here with us. We're very excited that it is now fight week and we are ready for this fight. Julio, what are you planning to do in the ring against Canelo that nobody else has done yet? ¿Qué estás planeando hacer adentro del ring que nadie ha hecho contra Canelo?
Bueno, hemos hecho una gran preparación física. Yo creo que el plan lo hizo Don Nacho Beristain. Y sí le han ganado, ya le ganó Mayweather, así que podemos verlo hacer.
He said, I'm very well prepared physically, and Mayweather's beat him before, and I think that we can too. Pues, ¿qué pueden esperar todos los aficionados este sábado? ¿Qué les puedes prometer? What can you promise all the fans for this Saturday?
Una gran pelea, una guerra. Yo creo que va a ser una pelea que va a quedar para la historia.
He said that he can promise a great fight, and it is going to be a war out there. So one more time, let's hear it for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. up here on the stage.
¡Viva México! Culiacán, Sinaloa.
He's fought as high as 171, 170, 172. His last fight was 168. And Doug, this one they agreed to?
At 164.5 pounds, and that's an X factor going into this fight. I know a lot of hardcore heads, a lot of gamblers out there. They want him to take his glasses off so they can get a good look at his eyes. They want to see him out of that tracksuit to see what his body looks like. I think he looks okay right now.
Yeah,
he looks lean. He seems okay. He doesn't seem dizzy. He's not slurring his words. His lips aren't dry. His tongue isn't thick.
It's also Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. It's Tuesday, and I'm sure he still has some pounds to shed before Friday's weigh-in. But obviously, there's going to be a lot of attention on that weigh-in, not just because this is a huge event, but also because people who want to back Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., they want to see how healthy he looks like when he steps onto that scale.
Well, there's also a clause if he comes in overweight.
Yeah, for every pound overweight, he has to pay $1 million. That has to be a record for penalty clauses.
$1 million if you're a pound
I gotta
overweight.
think that he's
That's
gonna
why
make
you
it,
never
though.
weigh the media.
Yeah,
we
right.
will never wait, or production people, anybody, no matter what. Chavez Jr. is in Las Vegas. Canelo Álvarez to follow. Canelo Chavez weekend in Las Vegas.
Se ha vuelto personal, ¿no? Ya desde hace años se ha venido viendo esta rivalidad entre Chávez y yo.
Te vas a dar cuenta qué clase de peleador soy. No soy más el hijo de Julio César Chávez, te vas a dar cuenta.
I don't know what it is, for some strange reason, when two Mexicans face each other, it's a guaranteed war.
Hi guys and gals, check it out. Follow the Canelo Chavez Jr. fight like never before with the all-new Tecate Bold Punch app. The Tecate Bold Punch app allows you to stay up to date with the latest fighter stats and bios, as well as gives you access to exclusive photos, videos, and live streams. Only available on the Tecate Bold Punch app. On fight night, the Tecate Bold Punch app becomes your second screen companion as you watch the fight, allowing you to score the fight with your very own scorecard and really feel the action as your phone vibrates every time Canelo lands a bold punch. The new Tecate section brings you closer to Canelo's camp with unique behind-the-scenes content from his camp and the ability to participate for a chance to win commemorative Tecate Canelo hats. You don't want to miss out. Download the Tecate Bold Punch app from the App Store today for both iPhone and Android devices.
Canelo, be bold! Hey, Canelo. No bueno. Be bold. Put there. Hey.
Be bolded.
Tecate Light, born bold.
Boxing's biggest star, the son of a legend. On Saturday, May 6th, the world will be watching to see who becomes Mexico's undisputed boxing king. Canelo versus Chavez Jr., Saturday, May 6th, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, live on
MGM Grand, the host hotel for Canelo Chavez weekend. It is Cinco de Mayo weekend. Friday might be Cinco de Mayo, but May 6th on Saturday in Las Vegas, it'll be Canelo Álvarez and Chavez Jr. partying it up in the stands. Everybody will be going crazy because there's a buzz at the MGM as Canelo Álvarez is moments away from making his grand arrival to the MGM. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher, the editor of RingTV.com, and led by Will Wright, David and Scott Chatro, the vice presidents of Golden Boys Media Entertainment. Make sure you go and check out the Golden Boys social media accounts. Great Instagram story going on right now. Their Snapchat is always lit. Also, the Golden Boy YouTube page, you can get a sneak preview of the Mano a Mano. Well done by Ted Spears writing that with Michael Buffer announcing it. Go and get exclusive behind-the-scenes footage as our Golden Boy cameras and the Ring TV crew has been all over Southern California getting you footage and building it up. It's not just building up the hype. It is getting you exclusive access that nobody else can get, and it's all on the Golden Boy social media accounts. And you will see stuff all week long. I mean, even Mariachi Los Reyes was featured on the Instagram account. The mariachi, right now, right in front of us, really bringing that up, is we're watching a mariachi surround the MGM lion inside the boxing ring. Because, you know, that's what happens in Las Vegas on a Tuesday. You have a mariachi, a lion in a ring.
Yeah,
and speaking of mano
Cinco
a
de
mano,
Mayo week, yeah.
Yeah, mano a mano, great preview. Let's get a quick preview of it as Canelo Álvarez is moments away from arriving to the MGM.
Sometimes an event bears greater significance than the mere presence of its participants.
To the right on that eye. Chavez at a distance, and the highest score is at this point now blood from the nose. And the referee signals the end move. WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the world.
Saul Álvarez was the son of an ice cream vendor who has earned the reputation of a meticulous and disciplined winning machine.
Creo que esa es la diferencia, que yo siempre he ido en una línea recta y sabiendo a dónde voy.
He is currently the #1 rated boxer in the world. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was born with the moniker of a living legend.
¿Qué iba a hacer yo si ya mi papá pues nunca iba a perder porque sabía que era casi imposible ser mejor que mi papá?
This son has come to realize the full burden his name carries. He is a former champion, but his current role is that of a challenger. When circumstances accumulate over generations, across borders, and with time, the stakes are raised with each added element as the pages of history are turned back.
En el 84, cuando le gané a Sabache Martínez, imagínate, fueron al aeropuerto a recibirme 500,000 personas. ¿Sí sabes lo que son 500,000 personas?
As ancillary protagonists, detractors, and motivations are realized.
I remember being yelled at walking down the street. Hey, you gringo, yeah, you know, you're born in America and, you know, you're not, you know, it was painful. It hurt me.
The true significance of this event is understood, and the real prize is revealed. A single hand raised in victory can, at times, represent the swayed allegiance of an entire nation. This is Mano a Mano, the battle for Mexico. In Mexico City, both camps embarked on a 5-city gamut to engage with fans and the press in both Mexico and the U.S. A theme quickly developed and one thing became clear.
Y va a ganar el que tenga más, pero más cojones.
For both parties, this was personal.
Lo único que sí les puedo decir que yo nunca le he rehuido a ningún rival.
Sé que unos me mientan la madre, sé que otros me apoyan, pero así es como se hacen las peleas.
Hay un dicho que dice que el dinero es el diablo y lo ha tocado un poco y eso ha hecho que cambie un poco su mentalidad y ahorita pues sí creo que está muy enfocado en ganar, pero más que nada por las bolsas que puedan venir más.
Se ha vuelto personal, ¿no? Ya desde hace años se ha venido viendo esta rivalidad entre Chávez y yo. Creo que ya se hizo personal en lo que estamos en la gira, en lo que ya se hizo la pelea, ya se hizo más personal todavía.
Se lo dije a él y se lo vuelvo a repetir, no creo que Canelo todavía haya llegado a ser lo que fue Oscar de hoy.
Me molesta que él que lo diga detrás y cuando está de frente de mí no diga nada. Eso es lo que me molesta. Ha puesto memes de mí, dice que me va a noquear, que me va a ganar. Muchas cosas que ha dicho de mí. Creo que es por eso que se hizo más personal.
For Canelo Álvarez, engaging with the press and with his opponent before entering the ring is a marked change in behavior.
Ganar 4 veces más que tú. No importa, te apuesto mi bolso. A ver, señores.
A symptom indicating a higher cause and more significant meaning behind this fight. Few would argue against his popularity, and none have challenged his status as the standard bearer of hard work and dedication.
Es un muchacho que tiene lo que se merece porque se lo ha ganado a pulso, la verdad. Es un muchacho muy disciplinado y cada día ha aprendido mejor. En cada pelea que ha tenido se le ha visto mucho mejor, pero no ha sido exigido.
There is, however, the matter of who rules as number one in the hearts of Mexican fans. A king has yet to be crowned.
Creo que el Canelo tiene mucha gente acá en Estados Unidos. México es totalmente diferente. Tal vez ustedes lo vean de otra manera, pero uno como mexicano, Canelo no es lo mismo en México que aquí.
There's no belt on the line here, but these are 2 Mexican fighters, and they are fighting to be the #1 guy in Mexico. One of them is the son of a living legend, and the other is looking to be a living legend. And their status in Mexican fans' eyes results in them beating each other. There's a lot more on the line here than just any old title bout.
En México existen chavistas, canelistas. Entonces, es como cuando juegas unas vencidas a ver quién es el más fuerte. Y la gente ha pedido desde hace muchos años esa pelea.
In a nation churning with a passion that denotes a warrior's heritage, the winner of this contest gains ownership of perhaps the most coveted title a Mexican fighter can have. A champion of the people.
In a fight like this, there's so much passion involved. Imagine the fighter who loses has to go all the way back to Mexico and answer all those questions from his fans. I mean, that's probably going to be harder than the actual fight.
A la gente no le interesa el título ahorita. A la gente le interesa ver esta pelea. ¿Quién es el mejor de los dos?
What makes this pending civil war an even more complex tale is the fact that it could be viewed as just the next episode in a feud that started more than 20 years ago. On June 7th, 1996, the original episode of this saga was played out. The 23-year-old golden boy, Oscar de la Hoya, defeated the reigning king of Mexican boxing, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Busted up Chavez.
In doing so, he became the WBC super lightweight world champion and perhaps the most hated man in Mexico. But the effects of this contest rippled through time and may have, in fact, been the genesis of this generation's Julio Cesar Chavez.
Cuando yo me decidí un poco más al boxeo fue cuando perdió él con De La Hoya, cuando peleó con Costa Azul la segunda vez, la primera vez con Costa Azul cuando perdió. Ahí fue cuando me dolió mucho la derrota de él y como que me entró eso de boxear.
Now in different roles, the patriarch and the promoter can attest to the impact and gravity of participating in a battle for the hearts and minds of the Mexican people.
I mean, there's times where I just didn't want to leave the house because I would walk down the street and I would be called names and be ridiculed and be made fun.
And there he is, Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. As whenever Canelo Álvarez shows up, it's not just let me walk through the door. It is a process. You see Ramiro, Golden Boy PR director, in front of a Canelo. He's got to make sure he could read lips. Step back, because everybody wants to get close. There are fans here since 10 o'clock this morning trying to get that perfect spot to see where Canelo Álvarez would be And here he is walking in to the MGM.
Yes. Some guys have that glow. They have that shine, that celebrity aura. Canelo's got it.
Those shades alone will do it.
Yeah.
He looks different for this fight. Obviously, there's going to be a different weight for Canelo. 164 and a half is what they've agreed on. His last fight against Liam Smith in Dallas, 154. A year ago, we were doing the same exact thing when he took on Amir Khan, and they opened up the T-Mobile. That was agreed at 155.
Yeah,
so
he has never weighed over 155 pounds. So the catch weight is an X factor for Chavez Jr., but it's also, there's some question as to how effective Canelo is going to be weighing anywhere from 7 to 9.5 pounds heavier than he has his entire career. He might feel great fight week, might feel awesome on the scales, but he may not feel like himself when he steps into that ring on Saturday night because he's going to be heavier.
This is a very pro-Canelo crowd. There are some Chavez signs. You see one behind him that were handed out by some of the beer representatives. Asked one of the guys, like, you a Chavez fan? He's like, no, they just gave it to me. So I'm like, yeah, you know, it's good. It's good propaganda. Both sides. You got to put. And there's always the contrarians that want to go against it. But there you see him looking relaxed. The beard is looking good. Canelo Álvarez was training in his home in San Diego. Lives in Guadalajara, Mexico. But for camps, he goes to San Diego County. Does the media workouts there. Different look for him. Has a smile on his face.
Yeah. Usually he's pretty serious.
Yep.
I mean, he's cool. He's relaxed, but seems a little bit extra amped for this one. And why not? He's fighting sort of a lifelong, or at least a career-long rival of his. There's always been talk about this fight happening. For a while, it looked like it would never happen, and now it is a reality.
Canelo takes off the sunglasses. Chavez Jr. kept them on. I don't know what that means, but...
Hey, listen, hardcore fight fans will find meaning in that. Trust
Jessica
me.
Rosales is right there.
Let's try this again. ¿Quién está aquí para Saúl Canelo Álvarez? Pues mira, Canelo, aquí están tus gente. ¿Qué les quieres decir a ellos?
No, solamente quiero agradecerles el apoyo que siempre me han brindado. La verdad que estoy muy agradecido. Siempre he dicho que soy un hombre bendecido de tener el cariño de la gente y pues decirles que estoy listo para la pelea. Espero disfruten de una gran pelea.
To make sure we get all of that right, let's get Robert Diaz to help us out.
Well, he just wants to thank everybody for being here. He's always been appreciated for all the support, all the love given to him by all the fans. And he just wants to assure you that come Saturday, he's going to give you a great fight.
Right, and this is a big fight for Mexico on Cinco de Mayo weekend. How important is this, not just to you, but to all of these fans here and obviously representing Mexico?
No, es muy importante estas fechas para la gente mexicana y yo me siento muy orgulloso de representarlos en estos días. Ahora 2 mexicanos peleando el 5 de mayo aquí en Las Vegas, acaparando la atención del boxeo mundial. Creo que eso me pone muy orgulloso y contento y con muchas ganas.
I'm very honored. I'm very honored to be fighting for these special dates, on these dates for all the Mexican people, for you, for all the fans, and to look, 2 Mexican fighters are putting the world at still right now in the United States, fighting and showing what we can do. I'm very happy. I'm very honored. Thank you.
Mira, eso ahí es lo importante, tener 2 guerreros mexicanos. When you have 1 Mexican fighter, we know it's going to be a battle. But to put 2 Mexican fighters out there, what can we expect on Saturday?
Así es, siempre cuando vas a pelear con un mexicano, siempre es sinónimo de una guerra, ¿no? De una gran pelea. Ahora imagina a dos peleadores mexicanos peleando esa noche, creo que es garantía de una gran pelea. Entonces, pondré todo de mi parte para que así sea y la gente salga contenta.
Look, whenever you have 2 Mexican fighters fighting, it's a guarantee. Now, you have them fighting each other, that's obviously it's a big guarantee of a great fight, a great war, and I'm just very happy to give the fans a beautiful fight and so they can go home happy.
Y mira, no lo podemos ignorar estos aquí. ¿Qué les quiere decir a ellos que están diciendo Canelo?
No, muchas gracias. Quiero agradecerles el apoyo. Ahorita voy a tratar de dar autógrafos lo más que pueda. Muchas gracias por todo su apoyo.
Pues a ver, una vez más, enséñale el amor aquí a Saúl Canelo Álvarez. ¿Quién está aquí para él? Muchas gracias y suerte el sábado.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Por el orgullo de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Oh.
Viva México. Viva Canelo. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, your tickets are available right behind me. MGM Concierge Desk, Ticketmaster.com. This fight sold out in 9 days officially, but you can be part of history. We got your closed circuit seats. Don't miss out. Canelo, Chavez Jr., closed circuit seating for New York Hotel. MGM
There he is, still getting interviewed now, doing Spanish press. Canelo Álvarez, the main event on Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena. He opened it up a year ago for the first sporting event ever at the T-Mobile with a knockout of Amir Khan. What will happen this Saturday when he takes on Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.? All the fighters have arrived to the MGM in Las Vegas. Canelo Álvarez, Chavez Jr., two different approaches where Chavez Jr. was very stoic, very quiet, sunglasses on. Canelo has a little bit more of a presence about him.
Yeah, he's got a vibe going there. He seems more engaged with his interviews than he normally is. Usually he just kind of says whatever. I respect my opponent. I've trained hard. I'm going to put on a good show on Saturday, and he's done. He's a little more loquacious. There's more to talk about with this fight. This isn't Canelo versus Amir Khan. This is not a fight that's going to end with a one-hitter quitter. We all know Chavez Jr. is the bigger guy. He's always had a reliable chin. He's going to have to be, Canelo is going to have to be sharper than usual. He's going to have to put more force behind his punches, more leverage behind his shots than usual. But he's used to that. When a guy puts it on Canelo, that's when I think Canelo is at his best. When he has a big, strong opponent like an Alfredo Angulo or a James Kirkland coming at him, trying to put it on him, that's when you see some really good head movement, defensive moves, counter-punching ability, and I think that's when his combinations are at their best.
GoldenBoyPPV.com for Saturday. If you can't watch it at home, if you have to get on your mobile device, that's where you want to go. Myself and Doug Fisher will be on the call for that one. Also, David Lemieux, Marco Reyes in the middleweight division. Before that, coming back from a year-and-a-half layoff from Argentina, Lucas Matisse against Emmanuel Taylor from Maryland, who's fighting for the first time in Las Vegas. Opening up the pay-per-view section, 2012 Olympian and undefeated Joseph Diaz Jr. puts his perfect record against another undefeated and Golden Boy fighter from Northern California, Manuel Tino Avila. Before that, though, the free preview section where you'll be able to see some of tomorrow's prospects making his pro debut, 2016 Olympian from Tamaulipas, Mexico, Raul Curiel. He's in the super welterweight division, then fighting for 3 minutes each round, which is different for the females. Marlena Esparza, decorated Olympian out of Houston, Texas. And then after that will be Ryan Garcia in the lightweight division. Opening up the card, if you want to get here early, Joseph Aguirre and Ronnie Rios. They'll be making the noise. It is a buzzing right now in Las Vegas. The MGM is lit, and the Las Vegas is going to get even better every single night. Here on RingTV.com, we will have you the exclusive interviews all week long. Friday is the weigh-in. Thursday will be the undercard press conference. Wednesday is really cool. Tomorrow, the final press conference between Canelo and Chavez. And then later on in the afternoon, a media workout and a fan meet and greet. Our cameras will be there bringing it to you. So all week long, make sure you check out Doug's Twitter account at Dougie Fisher IE. You will want to follow him all week for exclusive behind the scenes.